And yay, we are live. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Poppy War, the Dragon Republic reading sprints, the reading sprints of the Poppy War Readalong. Obviously, you don't have to read the Poppy War or the Dragon Republic. You can do whatever you want, but it's a part of a read-along, so I'm really excited to do these sprints today. I think it's going to be really fun. And yes, today, unfortunately, Megan won't be joining us, but we will be the three of us. So maybe we can go over each other and you can introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Lorena, you want to start?
I was like, wait, which way? Hi, I'm Lorena from Sunshine Loretta. One of the co-hosts of the read along. I haven't started the Dragon Republic yet. I'm waiting for a little bit. Like maybe this coming week I might pick up them. But I'm reading the Bride Test at the moment. So yeah.
Nice.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I can go next. I'm Charlotte from Clumsy Charlotte, and I'm also one of the co-hosts for the Poppy War Read Along, which is a lot of fun. And I'm a bit conflicted what I'm gonna do during these sprints because I'm currently reading Iron Widow. I'm halfway through. I'm really enjoying it, so I might continue with this one. But I also need to edit a video actually. Hopefully I can have a video going up today. I was very late with filming it and I haven't had much time to edit that. So perhaps that's what I will do during these sprints instead.
Yeah, being productive, it's also important, but I'm really happy that you're enjoying Iron Widow. I saw that you are tabbing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just having like moments I like and world building. So I'm keeping it very simple, just 2 colors. I think that's the easiest way for me to tab things, world building or information, and just like, this is a moment I like or a quote I like.
Yes, I asked because I remember the first time that you annotated a book. It was like not a long time ago, so it's so fun to see that you're enjoying it and that you're keeping annotating more books.
Yeah, I feel like I've been tabbing books for a while. Like I could just post it once again for moments I simply enjoy, but I'm trying to get more into making it a bit, I guess, more complicated or many more tabs, but it depends on the book, I guess. For some, I just want to be able to flip back to a page I really enjoyed. That's the easiest way for me to do it.
Yes, that's logical. That's really logical. I see that Nomi is here. Hey, Nomi.
Hey.
Welcome to our sprints. I will be gaming for a little bit. Oh, that's good. That's really
fun.
good. I love gaming. It's fun, because you've read it. Will it break me?
Dragon Republic.
Will the Dragon Republic break Naomi? That's the question.
Yes, I think so. I think that's one of the times when I finished the book and I wanted to throw it like across the room into a wall. I was like so close at throwing the book. So yeah, it might break you, maybe.
Maybe. So I'm going to read today a graphic novel because I love graphic novels, and in general I feel like it's so fun to read a graphic novel or a manga in sprints because I actually feel like I'm getting a lot of plot done. But I'm going to read this graphic novel, Cheer Up, by what is the author name? There is a lot of authors. Crystal Frachel, Well Weiss, and Oscar Jupiter. So like there is 3 authors here, which is interesting. But I'm going to read this graphic novel because I'm participating in the Olympic Seven by Charlotte here. So I'm reading it for the sports prompt because I need to read some kind of a sport novel, sport book. So I just want to be less pressured and to finish more prompts, so I will be less pressured and more relaxed in the rest of the readathon.
Yeah, I've heard great things about that graphic novel series as well. Many seem to enjoy it. It seems cute.
Yeah, yes, it seems cute, and I saw it a few times, but I didn't purchase it because I usually don't love purchase graphic novels that are really short. I don't know why. I just don't love really short books on my bookshelves. Yes, I don't love it so much. And this one is under 200 pages, so I didn't really purchase it. So I'm going to read it in ebook, and in my yes, in my iPad because it's with colors. I can also read it in my Kindle, but it's without colors, so
Makes
I can
sense.
just read it. Yep, it's more fun.
Nice.
Want to finish this book before the end of the week. It's Sunday evening. Mhm.
Well,
Okay, good luck. Yes, I'm not sure how much you read from it so far, but I'm sure that you're doing a great progress.
And there's still plenty of time to read it. We said that the live show discussion for this book will be on March 6th. So you actually have like an extra week because February is shorter as well.
Yes, so you have extra time to read it, but you're already ahead of everyone. So you're in a good place. Hey, and welcome. Hey, please tell us what you're reading, or if you're doing something else. You don't have to read, obviously, you can do whatever you want, but share with us what you're reading or what you're planning to read. I won't make it, but got 400 pages left. Okay, so like you're in the beginning, but not really, because it's a really long book, so
like
already
a third.
Yeah.
I think it's over 600 pages, the book. So you're like a third into it, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things can happen.
I love that Charlotte knows everything.
It's so difficult for me. Like, what can I say and what can't I say about certain things? That's also a bit difficult. I didn't really consider that when we planned the read along. I was like, yeah, I get to read it again. But now I know that, well, I'm going to have to be quiet about certain things because I know stuff. So that's weird.
I think that in the last live, you're going to have a great time because you're going
finally.
to see everyone reacting to
true.
everything.
Oh
yes, I remember.
God.
I remember a few months ago. A few months ago, we did like a read along for an Ember in the Ashes, like the series. It has 4 books, and Esme was the only one that is really reading the books. So she was like the same as Charlotte. She really wanted to say things, but she couldn't. So it was like she's looking, she's knowing everything. We are not. So it was really fun to see her reacting to everything.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Oh yes, Overford.
Naval classmate reunion gone bad. You know how I'm at with us. Oh, maybe I need to reread the book soon.
Yes, no, be careful with spoilers.
Yeah, no, I don't actually remember the part, but I'm sure that once I get to it, I will be like, oh yeah, this thing. Yeah.
Can't wait to pick it up.
Exciting. Yes. Yeah, many seem to enjoy the series, at least, with a few exceptions.
Yes, but I feel like in general, the Poppy War, like also before I started to read it, I feel like a lot of people enjoyed it. So it wasn't surprising to me that a lot of people are also now enjoying it. Whoa! You're reading the Poppy War now.
Yay.
Okay. Yeah,
cool,
it's better related than ever.
Yeah, definitely. That's good. I hope you enjoy it.
Yes, I really hope so.
Feel free to DM me. That is fine.
Yes, just don't spoil.
Yeah, you can write me in private on Twitter or something, and we can discuss it.
Yes, I don't know why, but usually spoilers really bother me. I feel like if I know the plot, it isn't interesting for me to keep reading. But I know that some people really love spoilers, so it's so interesting that everyone are so different.
Yeah. My opinion on that varies. Sometimes I care a lot about spoilers and I get super upset if I'm spoiled. And sometimes I don't care at all. Like it differs so much for some reason.
I think it depends on the genre though, doesn't it? It's like a thriller. Like if you're spoiled, it kind of just ruins the entire
Yeah, very true.
But like a romance, it doesn't bother me because like you already know what's going to happen in the end. So if anything else gets spoiled, it's not too bad. But
yeah, that's very true actually. That's very true. I also like when, for example, there are some cases in books when you feel like things are building up to something I like to go into that without spoilers because I can have like a genuine and true reaction to that. If there's something building up and I know what it's building up towards, that's not the most fun, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's logical. Yes, I also feel like romance are always predictable. So yes, probably spoilers aren't as bad. Like for example, with romance, because it's usually about the way, not about
Yeah.
the end, because the end is almost always happily ever after.
You know
So
they're gonna end up together in some
yeah,
way.
yeah,
Yeah.
Everything will
usually.
be good and happy and nice. Yeah.
Yeah, not always, but usually. Naomi sent you a DM, Charlotte. So
Yeah,
yes. Hello. Hey, we have another Jane here. Hello, welcome.
Hey.
Currently reading The Witch of Willow Hall.
Ooh.
Ooh, before the Polarathon, it starts on the 7th. When
Yeah,
Polarathon
tomorrow.
starts, I know, like
Tomorrow
soon.
it starts. Polarathon.
Ah, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Around the 14th of the month. Ah, yeah, so it's logical, like you're wanting to finish before, and then you will start the Dragon Republic after the Polarathon. Yeah.
Hopefully
I'm
you
also
will go
planning.
through with your book and finish it. Do you have much left, or are you close to the end?
Yes, I hope that you will finish it because, like, for me, it's so fun to start a readathon with a fresh start. Like, to actually don't read any books before that. Like, to start the day with a new book. So, yes,
Yeah.
I'm also planning to participate in the Polarathon. I hope that I will actually get to my book that I'm planning to read. I wanted to vlog my read through, but I always forget to start vlogging. Actually really get what you're saying. I also tried to vlog a few times and I always remember it also a lot after I already progressed with the book.
Yeah, same. It's a struggle to vlog. You're good at it though, Lorena. You're good at
Yeah.
keeping vlogs.
I started because it was October. I started because I was doing that many readathons. I was like, I'm just going to vlog every week for the month of
Yeah.
October because I was like, I couldn't separate them out because it would be too difficult. And then I just kind of kept with the weekly vlogs. And I think the weekly vlogs, once you're in the habit, it's easy.
That's
But
nice.
it's a lot harder when you're doing it for a specific book, I think, because if you're reading
Mhm.
something else, then you're not picking it up whilst the camera up whilst you're reading the other thing, and then it just gets a little bit out of sync. So yeah, weekly vlogging is much easier, definitely.
Yes, because it's not really affecting what you need to read because you can read whatever you want, so I can really get it. Yes, like I wish that I really loved vlogging, but I feel like for me, I need like a script and to think about an idea before and then to film everything at the same day, like doing a filming day. They say like it's really different from people, but I want to get more into vlogging, but usually like currently just doing video ideas and like scripts and things that I'm thinking ahead about them works better for me.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, the thing is also with vlogging, the editing is a lot longer. You have a lot more footage that you have to go through, so it is something that's a lot more time consuming. So doing like a sit down video is actually a lot easier.
Yeah, very true too.
Yeah, there is also always pros and cons for every type of video. Yeah, at least that the most important is that we are making something that we enjoy.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah. So what we are thinking about doing the first sprints, do we have idea how much time we want them to be? 20 minutes, 40 minutes? Like usually that's what we are doing. So
Should we start with a 20-minute one? Start nice and easy.
yeah, we can do it.
Yeah.
Let me open my timer and share my screen. Okay, so you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Amazing. So let's do 20 minutes for start and good luck everyone and happy reading.
Good luck.
Nick.
Hey,
Hello.
how everyone did? How much did you read?
Lorena?
I did good. I read 8% of the Bride test. So we've got to the bit where they've now finally met each other. So yeah, it's getting to the interesting part now.
Nice.
Let's get into the romance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't
What
read.
about you, Charlotte?
I edited a bit,
Mhm.
but I'm realizing that whenever I'm on StreamYard, my computer does not really work that well. So it's a lot of like lagging and stuff when I
Yeah.
do StreamYard and Final Cut. So I think for the next sprints, I will just read. It's easier.
Mhm. Yes, it's like really heavy for the computer because also streaming and also like editing software is already really, really heavy.
Yeah, I
So
thought it would
yeah.
be easier when I was not the one hosting the stream, because I tried to do that before. When I hosted a stream, I've also tried to
Mhm.
edit, and that didn't work. I thought that perhaps it would be different now that you're hosting, but yeah, it still makes it difficult to work with the editor. So I'm just gonna read.
Yeah, okay. Also reading is good, especially if you like the book.
Yeah, I need to get
Yeah.
back to it.
Yeah. I read, let's see how much. I read 23%. So like I'm getting to the third of the way.
That's really good.
Like it's a graphic novel. Yeah, so it's also short. It's under 200 pages. It's nice, and one of the main characters is trans, which is really nice because it's like I don't think that I ever read a book with a trans main character, so it's really interesting for me to read it. So yes, I really love to read books with representation. So it's really interesting because I didn't know it.
That's cool. I
Yeah.
also didn't know that it had that representation.
No.
That's really nice.
Yeah. So I'm really interested, like, to continue reading and to see everything because it's very nice. Like I'm very, very intrigued.
I might need to look into it at some point then. That's
It's
really
on Kindle Unlimited. Like I'm not sure if you have, but it's
no
on Kindle Unlimited. So that's how I'm reading it.
cool. How are you enjoying your e-reader, Jane?
Oh, I love it. The only thing is that I do read also in English and also in my native language, and I don't have like any app or something that is working or on Kindle or on a e-reader that isn't an iPad with books that are like translated to my native language, and I do read books in my native language, so I can't really use it if I'm not reading in English, but I already read a lot of books in English in Kindle and I really love it. Like always when I go back to reading on my iPad, I really see the difference and I really love the Kindle. It's really like feels like a real paper and like it doesn't hurt on the eyes, especially like if it's really late. This is like the main thing that I really love. It actually feels so good. I really, really enjoy it.
Nice. You also have an e-reader, Lorena, or?
Yeah, I have a Kindle. I've had this one for like years, so it's one of like it's just like one of the older ones. But they last like, they last. It's like one piece of like tech that I feel like actually you buy it and you're gonna have it for like many, many years.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I find it better for the eyes because sometimes I read on my tablet, and yeah, you notice for like your eyes, it's just much better. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I really notice it also.
Cool.
Yeah.
Glad to
What
hear that
about
you're
you,
enjoying it.
Charlotte?
Yeah,
What else you
I have a Kobo, so
have?
that's the thing. I was so conflicted whether I should go with a Kindle or a Kobo. I was so back and forth. But I decided on the Kobo, and I really like it so far. I've only read one book on it so far, actually, because I'm trying to focus on like my physical books, and a lot of my books I bought on iBooks, so I have them on my phone, and I thought I could transfer them to my e-reader, but I can't. I tried. Some worked, like the shorter ones worked for some reason, but like the longer books didn't. I don't know why. So I'm still gonna need to read those books on my phone because, like, I paid for them. I want to read them.
Yeah.
But so far I really like it. I feel like the hardware is quite good and like the light adjustments and stuff like that. So I want to read more on it. I just haven't had a TBR for it, I guess.
Yeah, I
build up a
remember.
collection.
Yes, also I remember when I only got the Kindle, it like I finished it in the first 2 or 3 weeks. I wanted to read on it, but all the books that I wanted to read are books that I have physically, so I just
Yeah.
didn't read on it a lot, and I didn't feel bad about it because, like Lorena said, it's something that will last for years. So also, if you won't touch it for 2 months, there will be a time that you will touch it and read a lot of it. So I know that, like so far since I bought it, I think that I read at least 1-2 books a month on it, which is good.
That's
It's a very
really
good number. Yeah,
and I also can get my ARCs on the e-reader, which is great.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Because
That's really
I
good.
want to read my ARCs, but I'm so bad at it. So that's the one thing I have read. I read an ARC on my e-reader and really liked it. So yeah, I want and I also think it will be great when I go traveling, because otherwise I'm packing
Yes.
so many books in my suitcase and it looks so freaking
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
So traveling, Kindle and like e-readers are amazing.
yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
also
they're-
the fact that I don't need like a nightlight or something. I can just, because there's like backlight on the Kobo, so that's really cool too. That I
Yeah.
can, when I'm finished reading, I can just put it aside and it's already dark. I don't need to turn to switch off the light, something like that.
I love it too. Yes.
Simple things.
And read in the dark and just
Yeah.
have a great time.
Exactly.
Yes. So there is a lot of comments.
Mm.
Hey Hugo, hi,
Hi.
welcome.
I got your
Hello.
books today, Hugo.
The giveaway?
Yeah,
Oh.
you're right.
Which book did you choose?
Oh, I chose Desperate Measures. Katie
Desperate
Roberts.
Measure.
Smutty.
It's
Thing.
Timmy book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made
Measure.
Hugo buy me
Like
some.
I know some of our books and I didn't try any of them, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not read any of those ones.
Yes,
I
it's like
think
the series that is like retellings.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I'm really interested to see what you're going to think because I'm also interested about the series.
I've heard such good things about it, and the thing is, I think the book looks so nice, like the physical copy. I think the covers are all stunning, and that they would look so nice on a shelf. But I couldn't really justify buying that book as a physical book when I can, because it's like, I guess, smut, erotica, whatever. And it felt like I couldn't justify that. But then, since I won the giveaway, like, hey, I know a book I want to have physically.
Yes, I can get it also. Like that's one of the reasons that I decided to get Kindle, because I love smutty books and I feel like a lot of them, like I don't really like, usually I don't buy them physically because the covers aren't good and there is like half naked men on the cover, which I don't love. But there is a lot of steamy books with amazing covers, like really, really good covers.
Yeah, that's because my plan was to buy it as to my e-reader otherwise, because it would be cheaper, it's easier, you don't need to but once again, I think they actually look so nice, like the covers, so it's kind of like I would like to collect them if I can.
I can get it. I noticed I read so much faster on my Kobo compared to paper. But the film, okay, this is very, very interesting because for me, I feel the opposite. I feel like when I'm with a physical book, I read faster, and when I'm like with a Kindle or on my phone, I read slower. For me,
I feel like I've heard more people say the same thing as Naomi, that they read faster when they read it digitally. I feel like that's pretty common, actually.
I actually heard a lot the opposite, like me. I heard a lot of people that are reading slower. Yes. Yes, I also remember that I talked about it in a live once, like I think not a long time ago, like in a month before or something. I remember that I talked with people and like 3-4 other people say the same thing as me. So that's really interesting.
I find I read faster. I don't know if it's because like you see, because it can tell you how much time it's going to take you to finish it. You see the percentage. I don't know. I just find like I get through it a lot quicker. But yeah, no, it's not the same as like physically holding a book. But
of course. Yes, but I also feel like there is a lot of pros and cons for both of them. So I feel like also Kindle, there is things that aren't fun, but some things that are amazing, like reading in the dark and yes,
Yeah, definitely.
and taking it with you everywhere, which is really amazing.
Like it's so light. It's lighter than my phone when I'm holding it.
Yeah.
Like my phone is
Yeah,
heavy.
it's really
in
light.
comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for a USB cable to a rereader.
So not iBooks. That's the thing. Like they are under some sort of copyright for Apple. Like very difficult to convert. But like regular EPUBs or like the NetGalley ARCs, they work fine to transfer. But I think iBooks had some sort of special lock.
Yeah,
on them.
that's logical because it's like specifically iBooks. So
yeah. As I said, a few of them worked, but only the short ones. I don't get why.
Yeah, that's weird that like
That's
few
really
worked
weird.
because if nothing worked, it's more logical. But if just only some of them worked,
yeah,
also we took over.
Nice.
Yeah, I love each time I made the first order, I can get the Prime be fast.
Nice.
Yeah.
I use that a lot this Christmas actually.
Yeah, Prime is fast.
Signed up for
Yes,
all
I
of
wish that. Yes, I wish that I had Prime here, but we don't. Like,
yeah.
Yes.
It's dangerous though, because then you end up justifying keep paying it, because then you keep finding reasons to like order stuff. So yeah,
that's right. It can be dangerous. Yes. I think I can read faster because I can adjust the font size. Yes, you can really adjust everything and like hold it. Like actually, like in my Kindle, I put a pop socket like on the phone. So I can hold it like this, and it's yes. I saw it. I think like I searched for Kindle Unlimited recommendations, and one of the videos, like I don't remember the booktuber name, but she's like. She has a lot of subscribers, and I saw like in her video that she's using a pop socket, so I took the idea from her, and it's really comfortable like this. I really love it so far.
Yeah, I like it too. I heard it from you, so that was a good recommendation.
Yeah, I might try that.
Yeah, I recommend. I really love it. Can't help you with it.
Yeah, it's fine. I tried all the things. It's not supposed to work.
Yes, I got one stop for $3.70 paper. Oh wow,
Nice.
it's really cheap. Wow, it's very cheap.
Nice.
Yeah, I hope that you will love it. Really hope that you will love it. Yes. So how about doing more sprints? Maybe half an hour this time.
Yeah, would be great.
Yeah.
So let me add again. And yes, let's do half an hour, and good luck and happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
How everyone did? How much did you read?
Yeah, I did good. Yeah, I read 8% again of the Pride test. It's really
That's
good.
Yeah, that's really good. What do you think about it so far?
I'm really enjoying it. I like the awkwardness between the two of them and like how it's kind of like the interactions between them. It's really nice. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Cool.
You make me want to pick this up.
I think you would like it, maybe.
Yeah. It's a good, fun romance so far, definitely.
Romances are fun.
Entertaining.
Yes. Yeah, I read. Oh wow. Okay, apparently I'm 98% for the graphic novel. Apparently I have 2% left. Okay,
Ooh,
that was quick.
nice.
Okay, so I almost finished it. Like I was sure that I have more left, but okay. Yes. So
What are your thoughts on it?
almost finished. So it's going to be a 3-star. Like I really loved the trans representation. Like I really loved that part. But all the other stuff, like usually graphic novels are always shorter and you don't have a lot of depth, and that's logical. And I always accept it. Like I always expect it from graphic novels. But this graphic novel felt to me like too much subject in not enough pages, and like all of them were so quick and so brief that I didn't even understood what happened in the plot. Like everything was so quick, but I really love the representation. That's why it's like a 3-star, because I did like the graphic novel because of the representation, and like it had good themes. But the rest, and also like there was a lot of things that are past relationship of the characters, and we don't know about it. Like it just happens that they are saying, okay, it was like this in the past, but we don't really know what had in the past. So it was really, really quick. Like I read a lot of graphic novels and I never felt like it was so brief like this one.
Okay. Do you think you'll continue with the series?
It's a series? I didn't know
I think
that
so.
this is series.
Or maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of another story.
No, it's not a series. It's
Okay.
standalone.
Ignore
Yes,
my
like from Goodreads, it seems like a standalone.
Okay.
But yes, like if it was a series, it probably had more depth in it.
Yeah,
But,
true.
it's
True.
very, very short.
Oh.
What
Cool.
about you, Charlotte? What you continued Iron Widow?
Yes, I continue to read Iron Widow, and I read, I think, 30 pages. So I'm happy with that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's very good.
it's interesting. It's I'm not even sure how to explain it, but I'm having a good time with it. It's very fast paced. There's a lot of things going on, but I do appreciate the characters, and I do appreciate a lot of the I guess, messages that this book has, because it's a lot about the injustice against the women in the society and how they are treated so unfair compared to all of the men, and also these pilots, because the thing is they are like pilots that pilot these huge machines that they use in battles, and these pilots are actually treated very unfairly as well, even the men, although it's some sort of like there's a status with being a pilot. You like basically you're an idol, or everyone looks up to you if you're a pilot, but still you need to go into battles even though you don't want to. Usually the pilots don't live so long, and stuff like that. So yeah, just a lot of injustice and similar are discussed in this one, which I think is really good and important, but also sometimes difficult to read actually. Yeah, but it's interesting.
It's fantasy and science fiction, right?
Yeah, it's more sci-fi than fantasy, I would say, or like a good true mix of them both, actually.
That's
yeah, a lot of
interesting.
sci-fi, which I missed the first time I read about the book, and then I realized that it's sci-fi, but it's cool though. It's like approachable sci-fi.
That's good.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting. It's sci-fi.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I really want to get more into sci-fi this year, so hopefully I will read more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Usually really
Perhaps
enjoy
try
sci-fi.
and listen to the. I read in January. I read the A Psalm for the Wild Built, which is a very short book by Becky Chambers.
A
And
song for the
a psalm, Psalm, a psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. It's a weird title, but it's actually a really sweet and wholesome book. It's a very different sort of sci-fi. It's not your typical aliens, machines sort of thing. It's more just like futuristic but very wholesome and sweet. And it's short.
I still can find
There's-
for the Wild Wild here. Yes, by wait, it's loading for me. Yes, by Becky Chambers. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. I will
Many
check.
love it. I heard about
Yeah.
it a bunch last year, and it's becoming a
Mhm.
series as well. But the books are
Yes,
really
I
short.
saw the cover. I'm
Yeah.
I'm very visual person, so I usually remember book covers better than titles. So
Yeah.
I remember that I saw this cover like a few times, but I didn't even understood what the title is.
Mm. No,
Yeah.
I don't really understand it either.
And you read the book, okay, nice.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not sure if it has anything to do. It probably does have something to do with the
Yeah.
book, but
Mhm.
I don't know.
Oh, wow. Well, Naomi asked a very interesting question. What are your favorite books so far this year? That's interesting. So, someone wants to go first, like to speak about favorite books. I do have some because January was a really, really good reading month, which is
You can go
amazing.
first, Jane.
Okay, so two favorites that I had is okay, so the first one is a series that I read. It's a very trashy romance series. It's very underrated. The series name is Boys of Tommen. It's like a high school romance series, and the first one was Temming 14. It's like a sport romance, so it was very nice. I read like the two first books, and there isn't release date for the other books in the series, but I really loved it, and I also really loved the All Roads Lead Here by Marianne Zapata. It's another romance book. It's a slow burn and it's a small town romance, which I really love. So like I feel that most of my favorites this year are romances. And I also read the manga this past week that I really loved. So far like I feel that those are my favorites, but especially those two romance read, like the series that I read and the All Roads Lead Here that I really, really loved. Yeah. What about you?
That's cool. That's really nice.
Yeah.
I
will leave it so.
I need to think. I've read a bunch of great books so far this year as well. Like I've had a lot of 4.5 and 4 stars, and also a couple of 5
That's
stars.
amazing.
Like I'm not gonna count my reread of Poppy War because I know I love that one already. But some books that I really enjoyed is I read both Rage of Dragons, which is the first in an adult fantasy, and also Jade City in January, and I gave both 4.5 stars. I think they are great.
It's amazing.
And they're very like equal to me. It's difficult to pick a favorite. But then I also last week or this week, I think I read And Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer by Fredrik Backman. It's a very short one. It's not really a book. Like I don't know. It's like 80 pages long. It's a very short one. It was not even supposed to be a book. It started out as a blog post by the author. But that one is just like really sweet and kind of makes you reflect on your relationship with your grandparents and your family and things. And it did make me cry. So I did give that one 5 stars. I'm not sure if it will be one of my top favorites of the year, because I do think a book that is longer with more impact will be that for me. But those are just some books I've really appreciated this year so far.
Yeah. It's amazing. I'm so happy that you are enjoying all the adult fantasy race, because I know that you are really want to read more of them.
Yes,
That's
finally,
amazing.
it's so cool. That's actually what I'm editing right now. I'm editing my January wrap up.
Really? Oh, it's also what I'm editing. Like I was planning when I will finish the graphic novel, which is apparently in 2%. Like
Hey,
again, now that I'm already in the end, so I will like in the sprint that we will do after it, I will also edit my January wrap.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was so late at filming it. I like filmed it last night. So that's the thing. And I haven't had much time
Yes,
today
I
to
filmed
edit
it
it.
on Friday. Yeah,
Mm,
also I'm very late about it.
yeah. But I want to
Yeah.
get it up today, but it might be up like right before midnight or something. We're gonna have
I
to see.
hope for you will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you,
What about
Lorena?
you, Lorena? We asked at the same time.
Um, I
What's
had
your favorite?
two. I had 2 5 stars in January. One was The Poppy War, which I really, really liked. And then the other one was Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. I really enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah,
really
so
cool, yeah.
Have you
those
read
two.
Agatha Christie before?
I've only ever read And There Were None,
Ah,
which was like a
Mhm.
standalone, whereas Murder on the Orient Express is part of the Hercule Poirot, I can never say his name, detective series, and it's very different. And
Mhm.
actually, I really like his character, like as the detective, like how
yeah.
he
Mhm.
is. And yeah, I thought it was just it's really fun. I really enjoyed it. And
Mm.
then I've got a feeling I'm gonna have another 5 star this now, like in like the next like couple of days. I have like
Ooh.
an hour and a half left of the deal.
Ooh.
Oh, I love this
Enjoying
book.
it. I'm really, really enjoying it. So I think that
It's
might
a
be
really
another
good book.
It's
Yeah,
good.
it's a
It's
very good book.
entertaining.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really entertaining.
Yeah, I actually read the first one when I was like in high school, and I don't remember anything. And like, I do want to try to read some books that I read like a lot of years ago and to see if I still like them or not. But I don't think that I want to read the deal. But I am interested to continue the series because it's like standalones, kind
Yeah.
of. Because like every book is a different couple from what I remember. I might be
Mm.
wrong, but I'm really interested, especially because I think The Chase, like one of the books in that series, is so hyped, like more than The Deal. Okay, not that
Mm.
one of them is a book that everyone loves, so I'm
Yeah.
interested, like to see about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I definitely.
remember, but it was a good series. Yeah, like the book that I read, it was really good.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I do want to read the other ones in the series as well because I know it was one of those ones that's like always hyped, and I'm always reluctant to pick up the hyped ones, but eventually I always do, and then I do. The
Mhm.
hyped ones is I tend to really like them. So
Really,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
yeah,
I also read it quite recently. I think I read The Deal in November.
Mhm.
But it was a good time. I was surprised by how much I enjoyed it too.
yeah, I
Mhm.
wasn't expecting to like it this much. I just thought like, oh, it'd be a nice, fun romance. I'm using it for
Yeah.
like the sport prompt for the Olympics-a-thon because like he's the ice hockey captain.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, no, it surprised me because I wasn't expecting to like it this much at all.
That's amazing. It's so
Happy to
fun,
hear
like
that.
to read a book that is surprising you. It happens to me, like it happened to me. And I feel like most of my favorite books last year were the books that I expected not to love at all, and I
Mm,
actually really love them.
that's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. Mine are The Poppy War and The Last Wish. The Last Wish. I think I know this book.
I think I've heard like Femke talk about it a lot and some others. I think it's on my Read 12 in 2022 challenge
It's
actually.
like a fantasy. The
Yeah.
Last Wish. It's The Witcher. It's like the
Oh, is
first
it the
book
Witch?
of The
Okay, I
Witcher.
was completely off.
Yes, it's the first book, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it's actually like this is a series that I'm really interested maybe to check because I didn't know it, but then I looked like at some video that is talking about it, and
Mhm.
the whole series, like the whole fantasy, is based on retellings. Like it's actually retellings. Like
Oh,
I thought that it's like a really hardcore adult high fantasy, but from
yeah.
what I understood, it's a high fantasy and it's an adult fantasy, but it's more light because it's retellings.
Okay.
Like it's more fun and more like I was surprised when I found out about it, but from what I know, it's supposed to be retelling. Yes, it's the first Witcher book.
Cool.
It's amazing that you enjoyed it so much, Naomi. Yeah, I'm so happy that you enjoyed it.
Yeah, perhaps it's a part of the. I think Naomi is hosting like a Witcher read along or something like that.
Yes, I remember that I saw it. Yeah.
But it's
that,
good.
Naomi,
You
you
like
were
the first
asking on
book.
Twitter.
Hopefully, you will like the others in the series too if you're doing the read along.
Yeah. Yeah, read-alongs are definitely a great way for you to read series.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm hoping to finish or continue with some series this year as well. Like I feel like I started so many series last year, but then didn't continue with them. So this is great with all the read-alongs and like prompts to read sequels and stuff, so that you
Yes,
actually.
I feel a lot of read-alongs there is this prompt. It's very productive.
You had it in your readathon for Pokemon-a-thon.
Yes.
That was good.
It was like one of the options. Yes, I feel like it's always good to try and like to cheer you to read more sequels because like I usually tend to prefer standalones, and I feel like I also started a lot of series like last year in 2021, but most of them are not series that I even want to continue. Like I feel that I'm starting a lot of times like I'm reading a first book in a series, but it doesn't mean that I want to continue the series.
Yeah.
Like one of the only series from last year that I actually want to continue is the Kiss Function, because I am very interested to check the rest of the books because everything is standalones. Like I like the Kiss Function, but I can love even more the rest of the books. And like the writing is good and this theme is amazing. So definitely I want to continue it. And yes, like I don't feel like I have actually a lot of series from last year that I want to continue, just a few. But
I like that concept though that many are doing with like romance books and stuff, that it's sort of a series, but you can read them as standalones too because they follow different characters. Similar with the, I don't know, what is that series called where the deal is the first book? I think like Campus something.
Off Campus is the deal.
Off Campus, yeah. So that similar to that one, they also have it that it follows different characters.
Also the Bromance Book Club.
Bromance Book Club, the Brown Sisters series.
The Brown Sister. I feel like usually romance series are like this. Like I don't. Yeah, it's pretty rare. Like I think that one of the only series that I read that was actually romance, and all of the books were the same couple was after.
Oh,
yes. Actually, the series that I read now, like Boys of Torment, the underrated series, it doesn't have a lot of ratings, but this series is very interesting because there is going to be more books in the series, and every book is going to follow a different couple, except the first couple that got 2 books. Like all the rest of the couples will get only 1, but the first couple got the first 2, and I know that the last one's supposed to be also about them. So like the titles of all the books were released, and every book has a number, and the number is the number of the player, like they play football, I think, or rugby, I'm not sure. Yeah, so like the first couple, the boy was number 14. So like that's why it's like Temming 14 and so it's like a sport romance and everything. So I'm actually really interested about one of the couples more than everyone else, but they're going to be only the 5th book. So I don't know, like there isn't even release date for the 4th one. So I don't know how can I wait for the 5th one. But I really want this. Like throughout the book, I understood that the rest of the books in the series are going to be about different couples, and I read it. And like for me, my favorite couple was them, so I'm really waiting for the 5th book.
But that's good then. It means hopefully you will continue with the series, or perhaps you will just skip all the books and read only the 5th book.
It was my first 5 stars of the year, and I don't remember that I enjoyed the trashy series so much since after in high school. So I will definitely, like, I'm really waiting for the offer to write more. Like I really looked to see updates and everything, and I know that in October she updated that she's currently writing the 4th book. So hopefully it will be released somewhere soon. because yes.
I'm happy to hear that you're so excited about it.
Yeah.
Yes, I loved it. Like I couldn't stop reading the series. It was so good.
Gotta
Yeah,
love those books that just makes you not want to put it down.
exactly.
No matter how trashy it is. Sometimes trashy books are just so fun. A good
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I agree. Yes. Yes, I also feel like because it was trashy at some points, the points that were more deep meant so much more because I don't,
Yeah.
it was like trashy in a way that it made everything so much more realistic because they actually acted like trashy teenagers and like how
Mm,
trashy teenagers act. It just
yeah.
made everything so much more genuine, which I really loved.
Is
Yeah.
it YA or like new adult?
So it's new adult. It's not very steamy, but it's very like I'm not sure how to say it in English, but it's like it's not steamy. Like you don't have sex scenes that are
Yeah.
really, but it's a lot like there is a lot of language and like things.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it's
Yeah,
very
like mature
like
language,
this.
explicit content.
Yes,
Yeah, explicit language.
yes, especially yeah. So it's new adult. Like in Goodreads, it's new adult. It's
Mhm.
like following teenagers, but it feels like new adult. Like.
Yeah, I thought because you said that they were in high school, so that's why it
Yeah,
was.
yeah. It actually like a series with a lot of trigger warnings that talks
Oh,
about some important topics. So it's like I loved it even more because it's also discussing really hard topics, and at the same time it's pretty trashy, but like again in a way that it just made everything more genuine. Yeah,
cool. I might
yeah,
just add it to my Goodreads want to read.
yeah.
You're selling it.
It's a very long book, but you can always try to read it and DNF it if you won't like it, which is always okay. Or you can add it to your currently reading list that I don't think will ever be.
It's constantly growing, always.
I'm considering rereading Twilight. It's been over 12 years. Second, yes.
Ooh.
Yes, actually, like, if you love reading books, I would. It sounds like a great thing to do.
I was obsessed with Twilight. I love the
Yeah, I
books,
also like.
the movies, and all of that. Like, I understand a lot of why it's problematic, but for me, it's
Mhm.
some sort of like happy place, safe place. Because it was
Mm.
such a huge part of my personality when I was younger, and it, like, I loved. That's how I got into fandoms. That's how I started reading fanfics. Started to be on
Mhm.
Tumblr. So it's sort of what formed my entire, I guess, fan culture thing and all of that, and also got me interested in reading books even more. And like the music I listen to today is very influenced by the soundtracks to the movies.
Mhm.
So it's a
Yeah.
huge part of.
All the things that you are like talking about just sounds like me in the Hunger Games, because also for me, like the Hunger Games was my biggest fandom, but I also really loved Twilight when I was like little. Yes, it's problematic, but when I was 12 years old, I didn't care about it, and it was really fun to read
It's
the
a good
series and
time.
to watch the movies. Yes, it was really fun. Yeah, I liked it, and it was like the perfect vampires era. I don't read a lot of
Yeah,
vampires now, although I do have some on my TBR. Like I do love this creature,
I
fantasy
miss
creature,
the
but
vampire era. It was
yeah.
so good, like Twilight, and then House of Night, and Vampire
Yes, exactly.
Academy, Vampire Diaries.
All the vampire books, I remember this era so much. Yes, I feel like it was the vampires era, and after it, it was the dystopia era.
Yeah,
I remember
definitely.
like it was Twilight and all of this, and then it became the Hunger Games, Divergence, the Maze Runner. But
Yeah,
yes, it's like it's so cool that there is eras that we can all relate to.
definitely. Do you have any series like that, Lorena? That
House
sort
of
of.
Night.
Oh yeah, House of that.
Mhm.
That was an entire thing. I never finished that series. I think
I read, I think, only the two first books,
I think I
and I
read like
remember that
5 or 6, 7. I read quite a few, but they got weirder and weirder.
hmm, I'm a bit distracted. Listen to my favorite series and to jump in already. Well, you're enjoying. This is important. Yes. So, Lauren, what about you? You have like some I'm not sure when you started reading. Like I started when I was a child.
Yeah, no, I've always really liked reading, but I think with Twilight, I think it came out like my mid to late teens. I think I was at that point that I missed the boat. So by the time people really started to like it, I was like a bit like older to start picking up. I did try attempting one of the books and I didn't get that far with it, but I think it was just that age bit. So I kind of missed the
it's really logical.
era. But yeah, I mean, I was part of the Harry Potter era. Because like I grew up with that because that was like literally me growing up with that.
I love that. Oh,
Yeah,
amazing.
So cool.
and then I don't know, like I read Gossip Girl for a while when I was in my teens.
I think I read one or two of those.
I read quite a few because they're quite trashy actually as well. It's
Yeah.
Trashy romance series are fun. They're just so fun.
I think in the case of Gossip Girl, I think the TV series definitely was way better than the books.
100% agree. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I don't know, I read things like The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, but I never finished that one.
Oh, I read all of them.
I saw only the movies. Yes, I never read the books, but the movies were amazing, so I can just assume that the books are even more amazing.
They're really good, but I recently saw not long ago that apparently there was a fourth one, and it's when they turned 30. Like there was this other one that was released like years after. So I want to like go back and like read them, and read the latest ones. I thought, oh, that'd be quite interesting to see this like jump to when they're like 30.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was things like that I read when I was that sort of age.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I always got excited when a new book was released. 12 book series, and yes, it gets weird. Yes.
Yeah,
yes, I can get you like there is some series that no matter how many books there is going to be, you're going just to read all of them and to enjoy them.
Yeah, I remember like she had so many like different boyfriends, partners, all of that.
Yeah, I remember it also.
You do you, like 5, but I was so like, I was rooting for one guy and she was never with that guy, and that really upset me. And then it started to get weird, which was like some sort of raven creature, and like she was hooking up with the enemy, and I was like, this is getting too trippy now. I have no clue what's going on anymore. I don't get it. Like they were in some sort of like cave, dungeons, or I don't freaking remember.
Wow.
It was a lot. It starts out as like, yeah, magical school trope series, and it's like that for like the first 2 books, and then it's just like chaos.
Well, at least it's fun chaos for some.
Yeah,
it's
like,
really important stuff. Yeah. I mainly go with Narnia, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and The Hobbit, and The Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Yes, also books and films, and Twilight, just the films. Yes, I feel like those are just books that are so popular, and so like, I feel like those specific titles of books always tell to my brain like, oh, it was an era. It's not just a book. It like really impacted the whole reading game, not only the fans of this fandom.
Yeah.
But that part of the rainbow was so interesting because it was something like
so
magical school. Yeah. Magic school.
Oh yeah, the soul link thing. That's like I don't know. It was so weird.
I remember that there was one series. I think the name of the author is Alison Noel. It was like a fantasy romance series, I think. I remember that it was really popular, maybe not, maybe only where I live, but I don't remember the name. Ever, maybe? Ever.
One of my favorite series, other than Twilight during this era, was the Fallen Angel series. I don't know if anyone knows that one.
Hush Hush.
Hush Hush.
I read only the first book, but the first book was so good. Like, I didn't read the rest because at the time that I read it, I didn't read in English because I didn't know English well, and only the first book was translated, and until the rest, you already lose interest in the series because you wait a lot. But I remember that the first book was so good.
Yeah.
Also,
continue.
Yes, I like in the last month, I start to think a lot about the series Fallen.
Yeah.
If you
Oh,
know the series, it's like a series, I think. I remember that I
I think
really
I saw the
enjoyed the
movie.
series.
The movie is bad.
Yes, I feel like a lot of movies. Yes, here, Fallen by Lauren Kate. I remember that I read only the two first books, but I was obsessed with the series. Yes. I remember that it was like, I loved Dark Academia when I was small, so much more
Mhm.
than that now. And it was sort of a dark fantasy, Dark Academia, but at the same time, not really a typical Dark Academia. I remember
Yeah.
that I really enjoyed it, and it was with angels, and I love angels.
Yeah, me too. I'm so obsessed with anything like angels, angel wings, fallen angels. So for me, like the Fallen Angel series was perfect. I love the main characters. It was also one of those series. It was when I started to read in English, or I had been reading for a couple of years, and so I could actually keep up with the releases as well. So I could like
Oh,
wait
that's
for a book to be
amazing. Yeah.
released, and that was so exciting when you were younger, especially to actually anticipate books in series. Another series for me
Yeah.
like that was the Gone series by Michael Grant. It's about a town where everyone over 15 disappears and they sort of become like mutants and stuff. And that series got really
Wow.
dark. It's like 6 books long.
Mm.
And I remember anticipating the entire
I
series
just
so much.
wrote the name of the series, and it seems like now there is 12 books in this series. Like I just have here a picture of 12 books. So
I need
yes,
to look
but it
it up.
seems like originally it was 6 books because
Yeah,
most of the
it might
pictures
have
are
been that they added something afterwards or something.
yeah, maybe sequels and prequels
And
and
like spin-offs, different characters. Yeah.
or the
But they were
immortals.
good.
Something like this. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm thinking that maybe we will do our last brain for today.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Do we want to do it half an hour, maybe 20 minutes? We can do maybe 25.
25. Good in between.
Yes.
In between, yeah.
Yes. So let's do 25.
Wonderful.
And yes. So good luck everyone and happy reading.
Happy
Bye.
reading.
Hello.
Hi.
So how it was, I literally went to reading and I switched the page and it was the last page. I literally had 2 pages like left. If I knew it, I would like finish it quickly in the last page. Yeah,
Nice, good job with finishing it.
Yeah.
thank you. It was a
Did you
very
pick up
short
something
graphic
else? Or
novel.
did you start editing?
So I actually didn't edit. I just I went to my tracking of the books and I wrote everything because I didn't track the rest of the books that I read this month, and I like updated my threads and everything. So just updating what I'm reading, and apparently I read. I think I saw it here. I read so far in 2022 15 books, and I'm 6 books ahead of my schedule. So like I'm doing really great.
That's insane. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
How about you? How much did you read?
I think I read about almost 30 pages.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
It's
that's
really
good. So hopefully I can finish it, I don't know, maybe tomorrow or Tuesday. Depends on how
good
much I
luck.
have to read. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be good to finish it and continue with my very massive TBR. But I am enjoying it.
Yeah.
You love it?
Yeah, like I love the start of it. Like the first 50 pages are so good. And I like it a lot, but I feel like some things are a bit messy. The pacing is a bit
Mhm.
too quick. Like things are very back and forth and very jumpy. So I think it would do them good to slow down just a tad bit. And I also find some of the sci-fi things to be a bit confusing, like when they're in the
Mhm.
battle and they're trying to like control these machines and stuff. It's very in their minds what they do. Um,
Mhm.
um, so yeah, so I'm starting to lean more towards a 4 star. At the first 50 pages, I was like, wow, I love this. If this continues like it might be like 4.5 or 5. I'm currently more at a 4, but it's still a really solid book, and I do think it's
Mhm.
a series or will be a series. So I definitely want to continue with it if it releases a sequel.
It's amazing. It's really amazing.
It's
So
good.
glad that you are enjoying it.
Thank you.
I'm 28% into the Bright test now.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm really enjoying it. Getting to like know the characters, it's I do. I'm like the interactions and everything that's going on.
Ah,
Yeah.
how
It's so
cool.
fun.
That's nice. It's quite
Yeah.
quick read as well. Like the
Yeah.
books aren't really that
Mhm.
long. They're about 300 pages each, I think, which is
Yeah,
nice.
no, they're really quick. Yeah.
That's
Cool.
amazing.
Glad you
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. That's so fun. Yes, I really want to pick it. So I'm going to read it in audiobook because I read the Kiss Function in audiobook. So
Mm.
yes.
Would work for Paralympics prompt.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
That's
using.
like
Yeah.
me too. That's why I'm planning to read it. Currently, I finished 2 main prompts of the Olympics because I finished the sport prompt and I finished already a bonus prompt and I'm progressing with the rest of the bonus prompts. So my
Good
progress
job.
is really good. Yeah.
Everyone's doing amazing. I've seen that you've been
Mhm.
tracking books too, Lorena. So that's really good.
Yes, I've completed one, and then the deal almost there for sport, and then the Bright test, which is for the Paralympics one. I need
Amazing.
to do the Dragon Republic soon because that's a big one, and I'm using that for host, so I need to pick that up soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why
Yeah,
I
I was actually.
on my Olympics-a-thon TBR because like I'm not certain I will get to it during the
Yeah.
actual readathon. I might just
Yes,
read it.
I'm also like I was planning to read it for the China prompt, like for the country prompt, and also it can work like also in the Sims readathon for there is a prompt for a fantasy or something with
Yeah, I'm
fantasy.
using that as well.
Yeah. Yes, but like for the Sims readathon, okay, because I will read it, but I don't think that I will read it during the Olympics-a-thon. Like I will read it on the 21st, so I need to find another book for the China prompt because I don't want to complete the prompts.
Yeah.
So I will need to search.
But there's so
Yeah,
much. I'm
indeed.
certain you will find something.
Yes, but like most of what I looked so far is fantasy and like longer fantasies, and I'm not really in a fantasy mood. So
But also, like, I guess, I don't know. There must be either like romances where the character is Chinese or the author is Chinese.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sure that there
Must
is
be in
like,
China.
or the author or the characters, like a lot of books are, I don't know, like half American and half Chinese,
Exactly.
maybe. Yeah.
That would definitely work.
Yeah, I just need to continue searching and to find something.
I'll find something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, where's my mouse? Okay, it was in another screen. I wish I could join your readathon more actively, but life is stress. Oh, you started working full time. Good luck.
So
It's
many
hard, like,
exciting
to-
things going on. Houses, work. No, I completely understand. That's the entire point. You participate to the level that you're able to. You're still collecting points even if you read just one book. That's the entire thing.
Yes. Yes. Also, like I participate in a lot of readathons, and like sometimes I have months that I have more time and I can do threads and
Yeah.
follow it more actively. But sometimes I have months that like I really want to participate, but I'm just participating with a list in my notes and that's it.
Yeah.
Like still, yes, like the point is for you to be more excited about reading, so you not feel stressful.
No, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's also one thing I considered, like with the point thing in the Olympics-a-thon. I've always been so conflicted whether I should just like summarize everyone's points or if I should do take like the mean of the points to make it more fair depending on the number of participants. But I've always decided to make it so that it's actually summarized, and that is mainly because I don't want people to feel like if they've only read one book, they are dragging the team down. Or something like that. If I were to take the mean, because I've said it in my videos, my announcements, that every point counts, and I do want to make sure that that is correct in the fact that even if you read one book, it might be 50 points, and that adds on to the total for your team. Instead of perhaps everyone in the team reads 5 books and then someone else reads just one book, even though one book is still amazing, and it lowers the average. So yeah. That's why I add things up, even though it might be unfair due to participant numbers. But like that's a dilemma.
No, that's logical. I feel like also in your readathon there is a lot of countries, so it's like harder to make the numbers of participants the same.
Yeah.
So it's very logical. Yeah. I'm thinking of working with different journals rather than working with points.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, this is a really good idea. It's so fun, like to plan readathons and to think about all the ideas.
Yeah.
Darling, Charlotte.
Yeah. Well, I love readathons that have like, I know that not everyone loves this, but I like it when you're challenged to read books in a certain order. I think that's.
I hate it when
I
there
can
is
imagine it's difficult for mood readers to dislike it.
Yes, it's so hard for me, like those readathons, because like you can read books that fulfill the prompts, but if the first book doesn't fulfill the prompt, I'm just stuck, and then I feel pressure to read this specific, like to read a book with this specific prompt, and like for example, the prompt can be, I don't know, a book with yellow cover, but all the books that I want to read, none of them have yellow on the cover, so I feel just stuck. But like I can get what you are saying. It's so interesting. Like I love seeing how people take readathons and make them so interesting and so different. Like it's so fun to see different journeys and like to different paths. It's really cool. And yes, like just this is like the problem, but it's also the fun thing that everyone are different kind of readers. Like some are, it's so interesting for me because I'm such a mood reader and like I'm really hardcore mood reader. So it's so interesting for me to see that other people can't read without the TBR. Like it's really some people are getting really pressured if they don't have a list and they need to decide. Yes, it's
I feel
very
like I
important.
would do really well without a TBR. Like I don't
Mhm.
need it. I can just pick up whatever book I'm in the mood for. But I like the challenge of things. That's the thing. I'm competitive
Yeah,
and I
it's
like
fun.
being challenged.
Me too.
And that's also why I like the doing books in a certain order and stuff, because it's like,
Mm.
ooh, can I do this? It's a challenge. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's a lot
I
of
like the
fun.
challenge as well.
Yeah, that's what's fun, right?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
Lauren, are you more of a mood reader or a like sticking to a schedule reader? I'm not sure if I know this.
I think I used to be more of a mood reader, but I've been doing TBRs and I've gotten better at sticking to set kind of books. But even with the books I choose, I decide, it just depends if I feel which one I actually pick up. So a bit half and half.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm actually like I'm looking at all of my reads always like in the end of each month, and I am getting better at sticking to a TBR, especially because I told myself that if I don't want to stick, it's okay. But I'm getting better, especially like I guess that I'm also picking my TBR more like better. But
Yeah.
I'm getting better. Like I really look at the books that I was supposed to read and the books that I actually read, and it's interesting because it's getting better. It's still like it's never 100%. It's usually less than a half, but even like one book out of a TBR that I read, it's amazing because like in the past I couldn't even do it.
I told you this before, but I would love to see someday you compare the books you were supposed to read in a month and the books
Yeah.
you actually read. Like you see
So yeah, so I
back to back.
actually did it. I actually reacted to all of the books, like I filmed the video,
Oh yeah,
and I
true.
had so many problems with the footage, like so
Ah.
many. And I don't want to film it again because it's not my real reaction anymore.
Yeah, I
And
get
also,
that.
like the footage was also something like 3 hours long, and I started to edit in it, but it was just too much, and I couldn't. And I really wanted to make this video, but like the editing, like the footage just got so messed up with the like usually I video record for my iPad because I film with my phone, and my iPad wasn't working well that day, so I just switched like last minute to my laptop. Also, like usually my laptop is my projector, so I had so many problems that day, and then like I screen recorded and it worked, but it like I'm not familiar with really editing with the like how I recorded, and also it recorded my voice. Like just I had so many problems, so I might like I don't really want to film this video again because it's not my real reaction.
Of course,
yeah, but
Yeah,
I really
perhaps,
wanted to do it. Like I actually filmed it.
Yeah, but perhaps like just I don't know, do something like that. Not that particular video, but like a comparison of your TBRs, perhaps in like it could be a part of the wrap up or something. Just like I know that
Yes,
many
actually,
people
that's
do
a good
wrap ups
idea.
of TBRs, like these are the books I read last month. This was for this prompt. This was for that prompt.
Mm-hmm.
But you could do like the I did not read this. I did not. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's actually
yeah.
I don't know. I personally, that is what I want to see. But of course, like that's
no, that's a good idea. I was thinking
It's just
about doing it, and
I just want to go. You can just DM me otherwise. Like these are the books I was into.
No, I actually
I'm
like I
just
thought
curious.
about doing it because you also I remember that you did a video that you also reacted, and then you said in the beginning of the video that you already reacted and the footage didn't work, so you're like you're just saying what you are reacting to. I remember it, and when I saw it, I thought to myself, I can do it too. But I wasn't sure if people will be really interested in seeing that. But like you are interested, so that already makes me want to make it because I like the reason that I didn't make it until today is because I wasn't sure that people will actually watch it. But if you are interested,
and people will also sympathize with you that things didn't go well when you tried to record. That was like the main thing people commented on, like, "Oh, so bad that it didn't work with the screen recording." Like, yeah, I know.
Actually, like now I'm thinking about doing it. I might film it this week. Yeah.
I'd love to see it, but no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. It's actually a fun idea that I wanted to do, and I was disappointed that it didn't work out, but I can make it work out.
But like some videos are so difficult because you have so much
Yeah.
going on in some that it's sort of like you need to trust that everything will work out, and sometimes it doesn't.
Also, yeah.
Like me, when I randomize my TBRs, it's like I have my camera, I have my audio, I also screen record both on my phone and my laptop, and sometimes I film with my phone. So it's like so many different parts to put together.
Yes, I feel like TBR and TBR games also for me, it's like I always I made it more comfortable for me after filming a few TBR a few times, but I remember especially in the start it was so hard, like with screen recording and especially like editing. Like I remember that in the start I was spinning a prompt and then picking a book and spinning a prompt again and picking a book, and now I film like the whole spinning in one video, so it will be so much more, because it's so much easier to edit it after it, because I just edit the whole video and like the whole putting everything on the screen, but like it took time for me to get to the position that I'm actually comfortable, but it was so hard in the beginning. Like now I have a list of all the wheels that I need, because I have a lot of wheels for different prompts, so like now everything is organized and easy to access, but at the start it was so hard, and like also editing those videos were hard, but they're so fun.
Makes sense. Yeah, but they're good. They're fun to watch.
Yeah, I love TBRs. They're like one of my most favorite videos also to make and also to watch. I really love it.
I agree. Everyone's always so optimistic at the start of a month, like I'm gonna read all of these books.
Yes.
Like, yes, you can do it. And then I did not do it.
Yes.
But it's fun to watch everyone being excited.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yes, I also feel like usually I also try like the majority of the prompts to make them relatively vague, like Naomi said, because more like it's more easier for people and also for me. Like when I'm participating in the readathons, it's nice to have like some specific and hard prompts, but like most of them to be easy enough, so they will be accomplished.
Makes sense.
I love TBR videos. Yes, they're really fun.
I agree.
Yes. Yes. So I'm thinking maybe we can wrap up. Yes. Absolutely. So let me check. We have a date like for Dragon Republic live show, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we said it already in the beginning. Sorry, I forgot. March 6th. So everyone will know you have an extra week because the book is extra long. I don't know what will be with the Morning God, but we will get to it. But yes, like I'm really excited about the live show, and with the faster and slower path, depending on your choices. So, that's a really good idea. Yes, usually paths like in readathons are the same, like the same amount of books.
Yeah.
So it's really cool if you will say like if you will do different amount of books and prompts. It's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, it was so fun to read together. Like I love those reading sprints. It's so fun.
Yeah, thanks so much for everyone.
Thank you. Really, I truly hope I will be able to join at whatever age. Yes, I really hope, and you can always watch it like later if you couldn't. Yes, I hope that it will work for you.
Definitely.
Yes. Thank you so much, everyone who joined us today. It was so fun to be together.
Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you so much, and have a great evening, morning, just a great day, and thank you. Yes, bye everyone.
Bye.